Today is a day for truth. The world needs to know what happened and to know what he stands for. That kind of power is very dangerous. Let the record show that this committee holds him responsible.
That's how it starts. The fever, the rage that turns good men cruel.
This bat vigilante, it's like a one-man reign of terror.
You don't get to decide what the right thing is. Nobody cares about Clark Kent taking on the Batman.
He has the power to wipe out the entire human race. And we have to destroy him.
God versus man. Day versus night. The red capes are coming. The red capes are coming.
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So a couple of you guys asked me to do a trailer video for this Wonder Woman WTF trailer. I'll explain what's going on. It's all about movie licensing. There's also a prequel comic that I'm going to explain too. That's right, if you guys didn't know, there's actually a prequel comic that is canon to the movie that sets up some of the stuff that's going on, explains some of the plot points. But starting with the Wonder Woman moment. So the WTF, the reason I call it WTF is because Wonder Woman is flying what looks like coach on a plane. Why is Wonder Woman flying on an airplane, Turkish Airlines to be specific, with all their logos in clear frame? Well, there are a couple different answers, but it all boils down to advertising integration. Big companies will pay millions of dollars sometimes to have their logos appear in movies, or even become plot points. Like, it depends on how much money you pay. One of the best examples is GM paying to have their cars be the Transformers in the Transformer movies. That's a really big plot point, so obviously they probably paid a lot more money than Turkish Airlines did to get their planes into Batman v Superman. But you can kind of hear the conversations happening at Warner Brothers. Hey, Turkish Airlines just offered us $5 million to use their airplanes in our film. How are we going to do that? Well, Wonder Woman might be in that part of the world. She hears craziness happening in America, so she'd need to get back. Everybody hates Superman, who flies around like a god, so maybe she's trying to stay under the radar. But then I can hear all you guys raising your hands in the background. Wait a minute, doesn't the world already know about Wonder Woman? Isn't she supposed to be like 4,000 years old? Yes, and if she's integral in stopping World War I, the world would know about her, but there's a number of different ways to explain why she doesn't just fly to America when she wants to help with this craziness. And you have to remember too, that not everything from the trailers makes it into the final cuts of movies. All a trailer's really meant to do is sell people on the film. Like, hey, I gotta go see this is amazing. So sometimes they will shoot things specifically for the trailer that they'd never intend to put in the movie. So we don't even know if this is actually gonna be in the movie. It would make sense that they would cut something like this out, because Wonder Woman clearly has her powers, so it'd just be confusing to see her riding coach. So I'm gonna go ahead and guess that they just shot this for the trailer. It was just meant to be an ad integration. In related ad integration news, all you cereal fans out there may have seen that they're doing a Batman v Superman cereal. They're two different boxes, it's General Mills. Usually this stuff targets little kids, so you'd expect there'd be action figures in the cereal boxes, but the prize is actually a comic book that is a prequel to Batman v Superman that does explain some of the craziness that's going on. Batman and Wayne Enterprises has been experimenting with Kryptonian technology. There's all kinds of stuff going on in the film that they're going to use these tie-ins to explain. It's the same deal with Star Wars. Star Wars uses a lot of expanded material to explain things that they don't explore in the film. So the comic book itself is called Field Day, and it's all about this character named Zoe going on a field trip with her school to Wayne Enterprises. Like you'd expect a little kid to do, she sneaks away from the tour group and tries to see some of the really cool stuff in Wayne Enterprises. She runs into a group of thieves that are also in Wayne Enterprises trying to steal Kryptonian technology and weaponry. Bruce Wayne is there, the Zoe character and he both get captured. Superman shows up and demands that they return the Kryptonian technology to him because it belongs to his people. They give him the middle finger, Bruce Wayne goes badass, takes them down, returns Zoe to her tour group. What it does is foreshadow some of Bruce Wayne's thinking in Batman v Superman. You're like a lot of people who get power they didn't earn. You don't know anything about using it responsibly. Sooner or later, you'll discover you have more limitations than you think. Limitations sounds like a big kryptonite teaser. There's also another prequel comic that you can get off of Dr. Pepper cans. You have to scan it with an app and it'll unlock it. It does pretty much the same thing as the Field Day comic does, just set up a little bit about what's going on with Batman's character, creates a little more context for what's going on in Gotham City, some familiar villains like Firefly here. It's a 5-part comic, so I guess you gotta drink a lot of soda or scan a lot of cans to unlock it. But don't worry, you don't need to read them to understand what's going on in the movie. I would recommend that you try the serial out. But let me know what you guys think about these ad integrations in the prequel comics. Do you like the idea of them doing the Star Wars thing where there's expanded material that explains characters that they don't necessarily explain in the movies, but you have to get other products to find that out? I feel like it only works if you don't absolutely have to read these expanded things to understand what's going on in the movie. If that were the case, I feel like everybody'd be rioting in the streets. But if you gotta eat breakfast cereal, why not eat Batman v Superman cereal and learn a little bit more about the movie in the process? I know the Super Bowl's coming up really soon. There are reports that Batman v Superman is going to skip it, but they'll probably do something online around the Super Bowl. There just won't be an ad during halftime. DC's gonna save itself like $10 million for a 30-second ad, so you can't be mad at them for that. The movie's coming out so close to the Super Bowl that there's no point in them doing a Super Bowl ad. There will be a bunch of Fox and Marvel stuff, so X-Men, Captain America Civil War, maybe something else too. Whatever ends up happening, I will totally do videos for it, so be sure to subscribe to get that stuff. While you guys wait for my next video to post, in case you haven't seen it, I just posted a funny Deadpool trailer. You can click here to watch that, and you can click here to watch all my Suicide Squad Batman v Superman videos. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. It's High Five. I'll see you guys tonight.